Congress wasn't doing this, what would they be doing?
Oh, they've been regulating cryptocurrency. That's one of the things.
Also known as doing nothing, right?
So when lawmakers on Capitol Hill are not talking about the January 6 hearings, they're celebrating what they call historic gun legislation. The only problem is the full text of the bill that they have agreed on isn't even out yet. The measures we do know about aren't likely to make much of a difference in solving America's gun problems. We'll go through some of them right now. The bill pushes states to adopt red flag laws, strengthens school security, calls for more advanced background checks for buyers between the ages of 18 and 29, falls far short of more meaningful legislation that passed the House already. Yet many lawmakers, well, they are already raising a toast to themselves.
The most significant piece of anti-gun violence legislation in nearly 30 years.
If we can even save one life, and this will save many more, it'll be well worth it.
So many of my good friends and colleagues on the Republican side have stepped forward, looking at a most reasonable pathway to do something.
Phil Wegman covers the White House for Real Clear Politics, joins us now. Phil, you almost feel like you need to help them out and they're going to strain their arms or something, giving themselves pats on the back for really not much.
Yeah, this is not the most brilliant political analysis, but it's true. The thing about spiking the football is that you're supposed to do it when you're in the end zone. Remember when House Republicans had that big summit over at the White House when they were huddling with Donald Trump talking about how good of a job they did passing Obamacare repeal out of the House, and then they were humiliated when it failed in the Senate. Now, this is not perfectly analogous. Obviously, there's differences. You know, we heard from the White House today that this is a framework, that details could change, but their message is that they want this out of Congress and on the president's desk as soon as possible because a lot of things could still go wrong.
Well, sure, and you could have Republicans smell some blood in the water. You can have the NRA come in. There's a lot that can go wrong, and this White House has probably learned that if something can go wrong, it will. How worried is the White House that you're not in the end zone, you spike the football, and even if this does go all the way through and get passed, their own base is going to find it so feckless and so meaningless that when they go back to try to sell it to their base, the base almost gives them less points than if they kept fighting for everything they wanted.
Well, they're going to lean on Matthew McConaughey, right? They're going to look back to what that actor said in the White House press briefing room, and they're going to say, we didn't get everything we wanted, but the right was actually able to come to the table. Look at McConaughey. You know, we didn't get the full loaf, but we got a slice, and this is still meaningful. This is the most meaningful gun reform that we've been able to achieve in decades. Again, though, that's if they're actually able to get something to the president's desk. We're going to find out. And I think that a lot of this actually is the White House is watching congressional Democrats make a bet. And the bet that they're currently making is that maybe if they celebrate, maybe if they talk about how this is almost a sure deal, that they can build momentum and then eventually something will get done. This is fulfilling the mandate to do something, not the mandate to do something that the Democratic base wanted, just something to perhaps check a box and show that they are listening to voters. You know, it's not perfect, but at least it's something.
You said it perfectly. It fulfills the just do something mandate, something, anything. Phil Wegman of Real Clear Politics. Our thanks, Phil, to you. I'm sorry our time got cut short. Things got a little interesting over the past hour as the rainstorm moved here through Washington, D.C. Phil, thank you. Our only guest who stayed dry throughout the whole afternoon. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.